Object. A sentence can be complete with just a subject and a verb, or its substitutes, showing what the subject does. This athlete runs. The tree looks ill. But some sentences are incomplete just this way. The dog loves. What or whom does the dog love? The dog loves its owner. She gave. What did she give? To whom did she give something? She gave her niece a book. He depends. Who or what does he depend on? He depends on his family. The words and phrases that complete these sentences are called objects. Objects relate to the action of the verb, but unlike subjects, they don't perform the action. Instead, they receive or are affected by the action of the verb. In English, objects are usually nouns or pronouns, but sometimes a verb can act as an object, like gerund, the ing form of verb. I enjoy reading. Objects are divided into three categories, depending on how they're used in a sentence and what they are attached to. Direct objects receive the action of the verb directly, without a preposition. To find it, ask what or whom after the verb. The dog loves its owner. Whom does it like? Its owner. He wrote a letter. What did he write? A letter. Be careful. Not every word following a verb is necessarily a direct object. In a sentence, Paul sees well, well is an adverb, answering how, not what or whom. Indirect objects are the second group. They receive the action indirectly, often connected to the verb by the preposition to or for. Ask to whom or for whom after the verb. He bought a gift for his mother. For whom did he buy a gift? For his mother. She gave her niece a book. To whom did she give a book? To her niece. Objects of a preposition are the third group, and they are not attached directly to the verb. They follow a preposition, other than to or for used for indirect objects in English, and answer questions what or whom after this preposition. He depends on his family. On whom does he depend? On his family. They talk about their vacation. About what do they talk? Their vacation. Why does this matter? Most languages have objects, but verbs don't always govern them in the same way. A verb that takes a direct object in English may require an indirect object or an object of a preposition in another language. Also, the categories of objects are not defined the same way across languages. In languages with case systems, direct and indirect objects are often marked by the case they take, rather than by a preposition. Take a look at the following pairs of sentences that demonstrate this mismatch. In English, I listen to music. Listen requires an indirect object, connected to the verb by the preposition to. In French, j'écoute la musique. Écouter takes a direct object, with no preposition. Similarly, in English, I believe you. Believe requires a direct object. While German ich glaube dir, glauben takes an indirect object, but there is no preposition. The indirect object is in dative case instead. This mismatch can cause confusion if you rely solely on English grammar rules. That's why it's important to not only know how to recognize objects in a sentence, but also to understand different types of objects and how they function in your target language.